being forcibly removed from the building again of a public lobby, so.
So if you want to take out that gun and badge, I'm happy to scrap with you one day. You want to do it, let's do it. Let me know, buddy.
That is not a crime, and you're telling me to get out of my vehicle.
Do you know where Lieutenant Mingus is right now? So, no, he's not in the building?
I don't know. I'm not.
What do you know?
Okay, I don't want that man taking my picture. Why don't you take him out of here?
Sir, you hit me.
I'm gonna do
You
that
hit
next,
me.
okay?
Sir, okay, now
you take my picture then. I don't know you.
I'm not telling you nothing else until I find out who's driving that vehicle. You not a supervisor, bro. I need somebody higher than you right now.
If you didn't know, I went to the police academy and they kicked me out.
That's my purse! I don't know you!
Spit me on my face right now. She spit in my face.
Today's video takes us through the streets of Chicago, Illinois, as we listen to GoatBoy, aka Shady Shade, as he rants that he's from the Holy Land, and it's God's will that he seek out FOIA requests. I'm not kidding. Let's all sit back, watch, have a good laugh, and most of all, enjoy!
The shameful thing of these fake Christian Zionists, how could you have it in your heart to fund this money to go and bomb other people because you folks think they're Muslim? In the past 4 months, there have been about 100 protests for Palestine. In the entire United States, there probably has been over 600 protests for 4 months now. 600 Palestinian protests, and I don't know of one auditor that has attended their cop watch duty. Again, we're American. All right, go ahead and continue telling your subscribers to pay their taxes then. I don't know. I'm not, I'm from the Holy Land. My family background goes back to the Jesus days, to the biblical days. My family is family of Jesus Christ.
Now, the land wants us to believe he's from the Holy Land and that he's a holy man. Holy crazy, that's for sure. Complete nutcase. Certifiable.
So is this telling me that God is putting me for a reason, and God is telling me not only go to conduct these audits, also talk the word of God when you're going and conducting these audits in the face of tyranny, in the face of deception and demonicery. There's a new word for today, demonicery.
All right, GoatBoy, first things first. It's not tyranny, it's tyranny. And these are tyrants. Tyrants. Yeah, get your grammar straight, boy. And what did that boy just say? What did he say? Demonicery. Demonicery. Yeah, I guess that has something to do with demons. Maybe the demon Dr. Dave. We all know Dr. Dave's a demon anyway. Well, let's continue.
Almost like the bootlickers are identical to these people. They're harmful. They're harmful. They're sick-minded.
The thing is, it's just like, it's the same shit, man. We gotta step it up. We gotta step it up. And like the bootlicker channels, they have more support. This is what it's seeming like, that the bootlicker channels have a more support system within themselves. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, here's the deal. When it doesn't make any sense, the auditors combined, the auditors have a way bigger audience. The auditors have a way bigger audience versus the bootlickers, but it feels like the bootlickers have a stronger support system. So here's where the fight is at. Here's where the deal is at.
So what's the deal with GoatBoy? Do you think he was dropped on his head off a camel? Oh, that's right. He's never been to the Middle East, has he? No, he was born in Chicago. Well, perhaps he was riding a camel at the circus and his mama dropped him on his head. I mean, what's his deal? How can you be that stupid in life? Just look at that face, though.
The bootlickers are coming together to try to bash or ruin the life of specific auditors who are free members of the public. If the auditors come together and use that energy to hold these government employees accountable, because you see there's two angles here. The bootlickers are pointing their time, energy, trying to quote unquote hold the free member of the public accountable. They're trying to hold free members of the public accountable, whereas the members of the auditing community, we're putting our time, effort, and money into holding government accountable. So in the end, it's like there's a righteous calling, and the righteous calling is to hold actual government employees accountable, not try to hold a YouTuber with a camera accountable. He's not subject to being held account, and if he has not broken any law.
Oh, you've broken plenty of laws, Goat Boy. You're a thief. You're an oxygen thief. You steal oxygen on a daily basis.
He has broken a crime. If there's an auditor who has broken a law while holding a camera or without holding a camera, the police, the courtroom, are to hold him accountable. Not some other flaky ass YouTuber that claims he's an anti-auditor. The same goes with the people. We have the right to hold our government accountable. So I really think it's just, there's no leadership role in the auditing community. They need a leadership model. They need somebody who's gonna constantly give them new techniques and strategies and follow-ups to move forward with our work, to really move forward with our work. And another thing, oh, sorry guys, a lot of comments came in.
Oh, Shady Shade, are you volunteering to be the leader of the frauditing community? Now that would be something, wouldn't it, good people?
We have to upscale. LIA, all of them guys have to upscale. Like I said, there has to be a couple things in the auditing community that we have to focus on. If there's an auditor that becomes trespassed or gets his right violated, the next 2 or 3 days, another auditor from that state has to go do a follow-up visit on that. So basically, we want to see 3, 4, 5 people get trespassed, so they don't try to discriminate against one. They could bully one person, sure. They could trespass the first cameraman that comes through the door, but they can't use that excuse for the second cameraman that comes in and the third cameraman. So, you know, just simple things like that, how we got each other's back, we would really make a difference. Another thing about the auditors is that there's a lot of them that are being attacked by bootlickers.
Goat Boy likes to call Dr. Snake a bootlicker. Well, if you mean that I respect law and order, yes, I am a bootlicker.
You gotta say, if the auditor doesn't do anything about the bootlickers attacking him, then that means what the bootlickers are saying about the auditors should stand true, right? Because the auditors are not objecting. They're saying, oh, forget about these bootlickers. They're just trolls. I don't go back and forth with them. I don't address them at all. So does that mean you want these bootlickers to keep trashing on your name? You want these bootlickers...
Turn left onto Northwestern Avenue.
You want these bootlickers to cause chaos behind your back, reach out to agencies and lie on your name, reach out to your family member and defame. You're okay? You have no objection with that? It's so silly, man. Tomorrow, if I got 4 auditors who had their video stolen, if I put them on a private StreamYard and teach them how to copyright strike these bootlicker channels, it's not a question of if, it's a question of guarantee these bootlicker channels will come down. It's a guarantee these bootlicker channels will come down.
That's one thing I really like about Goat Boy. He's so stupid. He incriminates himself on a live stream and then publishes it. Yeah, oh yeah, we got you dead to rights, boy. What did you just say? I'm gonna get on a live stream and I'm gonna teach other people how to take down channels with false copyright strikes. Lovely.
There's a bootlicker, he's from Canada, he decided to make like a victory lap. There's a bootlicker who think he made a boot. He's from Canada, Canadian, and he has his YouTube is registered to a Regis company. If you guys don't know what Regis is, I had a Regis company back in about like 10 years ago. When I was, you know, about 10 years ago, I had a Regis office. A Regis office is a professional setting where you could get virtual mail, they call it. It's an office in a high rise. I had one of those, me and my partner. We were doing a lot of music stuff about 10 years ago. And what the bootlicker is doing is he's trying to hide as much as he can. He's in Canada, he's a Canadian, defaming Americans.
Surprise, surprise. He pronounced the word defamation correctly today, because usually he pronounces it as defamate. Keep calm, don't defamate me. Is that like, well, I better not say that word.
So what he did is when I filed copyright strike against his videos, he decided to counterclaim. So with his counterclaim, he provided his full name and he provided his New York address, which is a Regis office. I started laughing. Yeah, sure, you could get away with that, but he thinks it's a victory because he thinks that I filed false copyright strikes and I never responded to YouTube within the 10 given days. So YouTube reinstated those stolen videos, right? So he thinks it's a victory.
Continue on Northwestern Avenue for half a mile.
He thinks it's a victory that YouTube reinstated the videos, but it's not a victory. I want it to go this way because I want this idiot to brag and boast about this stuff so I could use more evidence as to how he's violating TOS.
Oh, yes, indeed. Shady Shay's a YouTube law expert. He knows everything there is to know about the terms of service on YouTube. He's not an expert on anything. He's not even an expert goat herder.
Now that his bragging and boasting is to try to, well, really just make money off that video. He probably made 300 off that bragging and boasting. Beyond that, it's to show his followers that, hey, there's no such thing as false copyright. And another thing is to try to scare other auditors not to file copyright strikes. But then again, like I said, I wanted it to go through this way because I want these idiots to brag and boast and believe that they created a victory. But really, I'm using that against them because now as they're using that as a victory, that's going to give me more tools to use against these idiots and take them down, take them off of YouTube, because it's not really just fair use, it's violation of terms of service. Fair use, they want you to fight that in court, but terms of service, they'll remove you immediately with no question asked. And I'm willing to instruct auditors on how to do the copyright process. I figured it out. Beyond that, the steps that we need to move further after the copyright strikes.
This is what I said before. If the lad had half a brain, he'd be dangerous, wouldn't he? He wants to telegraph his every move in great detail and then broadcast it for the world to hear. You're not the sharpest knife in the drawer now, are you, sonny boy? Because those anti-auditor channels, those are prolonged hate channels. They're nothing more than hate channels, confusion and chaos, with stolen content versus the auditors. The auditors believe they're standing on their right, believe they're exercising their right, and the auditors are creating content out of their own money. They're creating original content. Again, there's a couple auditors out there that say they're not into that type of shit, to copyright strike other channels. But then again, it's like,
So you as an auditor are telling me you're okay with these people defaming you. You're okay with these people lying on you and continue to lie on you and defame you and reach out to the government against you to try to prosecute and all this garbage against you. You're okay with that? You have no objection against that? That's sad and sickening, man. If there's auditors that are okay with these Frauditor channels bashing on them and saying things that are not true. Well, I'm going to tell you this much. I am for free speech, totally, but I am against defamation, slander, and all that other garbage. I'm against that.
You know something, GoatBoy, that's really ironic that you would say something about slander when you have slandered and libeled me for the past 3 years, calling me names I can't repeat here. That's really ironic. And then he wants to also call me a racist. How am I a racist? No, you're the one that's a racist. We know how you feel about Jewish people. Oh, you're a piece of garbage, man. I'm going to leave it right there for today, good people, because that's enough of that nonsense. But I'll be back tomorrow. You can bet your last dollar on that. In the meantime, if you enjoy watching stupid people do stupid things on my channel, please subscribe. As always, thanks so much for stopping by, GoatBoy. You sure are entertaining. Hey, good people, stay tuned for a GoatBoy collage. Cheers to that.
An ordinances book. Yep, that's correct.
Say it, come again. Is there any reason why these officers are here?
I got permission.
Sir, you cannot film me here.
Because the information you're providing is unlawful.
I don't want you filming me.
Call the sheriff. I have permission.
I don't want you to film.
Don't get close to me.
You want to go that route? What is the reason for calling the officers here? I want to know what your job title is to see if you're able to assist.
Who are you?
Who am I? Who's the one who called the officers in the first place? Because this may become a legal suit now. This is transparency. I'm conducting an audit. While I wait for the clerk to show me the statute about freedom of information, I need to do an inspection on the town, city, zoning and ordinances book.
I have permission. I have permission. I have permission to film here, sir.
Ma'am, please ask your superior before disrespecting somebody of the public. Where's the water department for this town?
Don't yell. I'm talking to you softly. Why are you yelling at me?
Sir, please stop recording me.
Okay, I need to do an inspection.
I understand that. Please stop recording me right now. You do not have my permission to record me.
Okay, is your facility open to the public?
Not currently.
Not currently, okay. Okay, can you comply with my request? Where's your water department? Ma'am, you're totally wrong. This will become a legal matter if you choose to go this route. Should I go over FOIA law with you?
No, I don't need to do that.
Show me the statute.
Sir?
Can you show me the statute?
Sir.
Who are you with?
What do you mean, who am I?
Who are you with?
What do you mean? I have the right to record, ma'am. I have permission here with me. I'll be waiting for the statute. Thank you.
I'll be waiting for the book, sir.
Ma'am, this is going to turn out a legal matter.
Okay, sir.
This is going to become a legal matter. Please comply.
Pass. I got a pass.
Along with an inspection on the zoning and town zoning and ordinances book. I'm going to be conducting some business here. I'm going to be recording it.
Ma'am, it's up to you, ma'am. And there may be a suit in the court of law for non-compliance.
What do you mean who I'm with, ma'am?
I don't know what you want.
I don't know why you're giving me a hard time or a bad attitude. In order to do an inspection on a book readily available. Hi, ma'am. What's your first name?
How can I help you, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Can you tell me what's your first name?
Who are you?
The budget book, ma'am. I need to do.
I don't have it. If you want to have a seat, I'll ask.
Sure, that's fine. Ma'am, I have permission to film.
I have permission. I have permission here. Well, you see, the thing is, my good man.
Anyhow, compliance is the key, folks.
Where does it state that?
Ma'am, I need stamped copies of these FOIA here.
Can I help you?
Yeah, sure, possibly.
I'm acting as press, ma'am. First Amendment.
I also have permission here with me.
Okay, ma'am, you also have to abide by 2635.101 basic obligations of public service.
Sir, I'm abiding by the statutes. It does not require a name in order to obtain record.
Okay, well, you're talking unlawful. You're talking incorrect. That is not true what you just stated.
Come again?
Very rude.
I'm not rude. It all shows on camera. You're the one who's rude. Well, anyhow.
No one really cares.
No one really cares? An inspection, if I wanted to take digital photocopies.
No, you cannot.
Absolutely, I can,
No,
ma'am.
you cannot.
Please comply with the law. Are you refusing service? Just tell me you're refusing service. Hand me over your business card and you will be hearing from my lawyer. If you go ahead and record, that means you're creating a public record and you cannot delete that off your personal phone. Your personal phone becomes a public record.
That's fine. I'll record.
Okay. Well, sir, there's options to conduct business in person. You can't refer everybody to online. I'm not going to refuse my identification. However, I have not committed any crime. You cannot articulate that I have broken the law. Here's what I will tell you. Here's what I will tell you. Ma'am, there's no expectation of privacy in public. You could just call me sir. I'd like to file a police report of non-compliance about a employee that works here. Sir, I don't answer any questions.
You don't respect me. Why would
So therefore, I'm not obligated to provide any identification in this matter.
you talk about my wife? What does my wife have to do with anything?
No, I'm not providing an address, ma'am. I'm doing a general inspection.
What does my wife? Why put up a picture and say that's my wife of a goat?
Not in my uniform, however, I do have my clipboard with me. That is not lawful, what you told me.
We're gonna have a ball at your cemetery. We're gonna bring you a rose, okay? We're gonna bring you a rose and we're gonna say you were dishonorable. He's attached to the affidavit too. He's part of the enterprise. You drew first blood. Just like you do with all these auditors, you draw first blood. In the next 3 days, I'm going to have a criminal enterprise community section, and it's going to be real well detailed. I got an attorney that's helping me draft it up and write it up. Scumbag. You're just a plain scumbag, man. You want to say why I'm upset and stuff. And we're going to prove that you are breaking U.S. code. If I really wanted to be petty, I would take you to court. Fuck you and your mammy.